Well, as the bell tolls and the bridge lowers, we welcome you once again inside the Goldmine for another edition of Legends of the Goldmine. John Roberts and Tony Gonzalez here with you. And Tony, it promises to be another action-packed week. Here this week, we've got a huge main event that we saw boil over and turn into this week's main event last week.
That's right. You saw the confrontation last week, and tonight it finally goes down. Amish Johnson, bad boy Boyce LeGrande, one-on-one in our main event tonight.
That's right. It's going to be a battle all about pride between Amish Johnson and Boyce LeGrande. That's still to come in our main event. A couple of other huge matches still to come this week, and we're kicking things off very, very shortly as we await the arrival of Bruno Beretta, and it's going to be an action-packed evening. Let's talk about what happened as we went off the air on the last edition of Legends of the Goldmine. We saw Dominic Texera attacked from behind by Big B, a very violent attack, and I'm sure we haven't seen the last of those two.
Oh yeah, Big B, never forgotten.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of Legends of the Goldmine! My name is Bruno Beretta, your host and ring announcer, and as always, folks, we are coming to you smoking hot with action-packed wrestling here tonight. So without further ado, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Your referee for this contest, referee Steve
Sanchez.
Introducing first,
Oh my, and it looks like we're kicking things off this week with the way that we ended things last week. Big B about to make his arrival here tonight.
from Hayward, California, he is Big B!
An absolute unstoppable juggernaut of carnage ever since first stepping foot here in the Goldmine. Big B only has one thing and one thing on his mind, and that's stomping Jaspies. Buzz, buzz.
What is a Jaspy?
I have no idea. I am too frightened of that man to ask him. You can find out yourself.
And what is Buzz Buzz?
And his opponent,
I'm too scared to ask him that either.
A very thick aura of mystery surrounding Big B that we continue to chip away at week after week. But right now, a very young and gameful opponent.
Antigua, California, he is Just Zack!
Just Zack came in with a lot of heart and fire last week in the inaugural Platinum Championship Open Challenge against Derek Slade. Came up just short, but definitely showed a lot of heart and fire and determination in that matchup.
This kid right here, Just Zack, is easily a future cornerstone of the Goldmine. But man, I gotta admit, I feel a little nervous for this kid tonight. He's got a big task ahead of him.
And the bell sounds, this matchup officially underway to kick things off this week on Legends of the Goldmine. B looking for the right hand, but no, Zack able to move out of the way. And Tony, the key to victory for Just Zack is very obvious this week. It's stay out of the way of Big B, stay away from those hands, and keep your feet moving.
More or less complete survival is what Just Zack is aiming for.
Oh, and nothing doing as Zack trying to take the fight to Big B, not using his speed or agility, trying to play power with him, not going to work. Ducks a back elbow. B standing tall in the center of the ring. Just Zack in trouble here. Oh, and a vicious boot, just damn near decapitating him.
You know, Just Zack used the same strategy last week in that Platinum Championship Open Challenge against Derek Slade, and it didn't work for him there. I clearly think it's not going to work for him here either. And he is completely at the mercy of Big B.
Ooh, and nothing doing there. A right hand from just Zack, but Big B still standing tall. Clubbing blow across the spine.
You know, those defeats at the hands of Dominant Texera still have to be fresh on Big B's mind.
Ooh. Huge heel kick right onto the spine. And just Zack is in a very, very bad way right now.
As I said before, those defeats at the hands of Dominic Texera still fresh on the mind of Big B. He's just out here to have some fun and to destroy Just Zack.
Belly to back suplex there from Big B. Lateral press. Is it going to be enough to put away Just Zack? No. Look at the heart and fire on this kid.
Big B absolutely stalking his prey.
And Big B in the early moments of this matchup laying waste to Just Zack, who is in a world of trouble. But don't count this kid out yet.
How is he able to get back to his feet after that beating he's taken?
Oh, and another drop kick right on the point of the jaw. Just Zack starting to fire. Oh, but not getting out of the way of that big boot. And now a clubbing blow across the spine.
Big B nearly kicking Just Zack's head off.
Oh, wait a minute. Zack in trouble here, almost landing on his head. Big B. Ooh, vicious backbreaker right into the lower lumbar spine, and now really wrenching away. And Zack may be in trouble here. He may be forced to tap out.
Big P is absolutely trying to cripple this kid. There's just no doubt in my mind. He is trying to end this kid's career before it starts.
And Zack in a world of pain right now as Big B continues this onslaught of punishment.
You know, you and I both knew that Big B can end this anytime he wants. He just doesn't want to.
Irish whip. Sidewalk slam from Big B.
Big B does not want this to end. He wants this to go on forever. Look at the smile on his face. Uh-oh.
Oh, and a big stomp right into the chest. Continuing to pepper away. Continuing to thunder away at the chest.
Steve Sanchez might have to throw this match out. This Just Zack had just taken an absolute beating.
Just Zack in a world of trouble. The Irish whip into the ropes. Ducks a clothesline though. Where's this kid getting it from? Looking for the sunset flip, but that's not going to be enough to take Big B over. And now Big B imposing his will. Good night. That's got to do it. A lateral press, 2, and that will do it. Just Zack, a valiant effort, but not enough.
Your winner by pinfall, Big B.
Man, Just Zack, he put up the best fight he could, but Big B, he was not going to be denied. It just wasn't going to happen tonight.
Was not in the cards for Just Zack. We've seen a couple of valiant efforts from him in the last couple of weeks, but tonight, not enough, as Big B, just too much of a behemoth, too much of a monster, and now you see him stomping away, continuing this Jaspy stomping time.
Come on, he's going to cripple this kid. He's going to cripple this kid.
I don't know what a Jaspy is, but I'm pretty sure that Just Zack is not that.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, wait a minute. Texera in to make the save. And as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, the history between these two continues to be written. It is not over yet. Oh, discus forearm. And Big B unloading, but Texera moving out of the way. Super kick to the jaw. And Texera sending Big B running to the hills here tonight.
Let's keep the action rolling with our next match. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Your official for this match, referee Pat Downs. Introducing first, from San Diego, California, non-caps, Ezra.
Ezra had a great matchup last week in the main event against Dominic Texera. A very athletic contest. Came up just short in that bout. Could have gone either way, though.
Absolutely. Ezra, other than being a little bit chatty, put on quite the show last week against Dominic Texera.
But he's got a tough task ahead of him today in the former Platinum Champion. A young man who has been on quite a hot streak as of late, making his return to the Goldmine here tonight. Talking about the Star Boy.
From Pacifica, California, he is Star Boy!
And Starboy Charlie making his arrival once again here tonight in the Goldmine, the former Platinum Champion, one of the longest reigning Platinum Champions in the history of that title. Trying to get back on the championship path here tonight, and a victory over Ezra would start to put him back in contention. Bell sounds, matchup officially underway.
You mentioned earlier Charlie would love to get back. Oh, that was cheap. Love to get back in contention for the Platinum Championship. But Ezra, he probably has his eyes on that championship too. A victory over Starboy Charlie would put him in consideration for a title shot.
Ducking the clothesline. Charlie saw it coming and now peppered away. Here we go. Rights and lefts, taking the fight to Ezra, who was not expecting that. Charlie with a drop kick in the corner. And this is the offense that we've come to know and expect from Starboy.
Ezra's last opponent, he was pretty equal with, probably thinking he was going to have an easier time with Charlie, but so far, Charlie is, oh wow, he's making me dizzy.
Well, wow. Everyone seems to count out Charlie before he even gets in the ring. Everyone seems to take him a little lightly because of his age and his size, but you know what? You can never count out the heart and fire of a fighter like Charlie and a champion like Charlie. Here we go, hook of the leg, deep cover, and Charlie very quickly almost puts away Ezra.
Charlie hit about 12 moves in probably about 30 seconds. That was amazing.
Well, Starboy showing why he was such a great Platinum Champion. Of course, having lost that title to Derek Slade a few months back, but trying to get back in the title hunt.
Ezra finally able to slow down the offensive Starboy Charlie.
I'm pretty sure he left the corral a long time ago and went up with the Rocky Man to play amongst the stars. No? Okay. In any event, Charlie in trouble here. Ezra taking the fight back to him. Ooh, vicious backbreaker, turning him inside out. Shoots the half. There we go, lateral press. Is it going to be enough? No. You hear a lot of wrestling commentators talk about shooting the half. Tony, why don't you educate the folks at home what shooting the half actually means?
It's when you grab the gentleman's arm and swing him over, roll him over to get him in a pinning predicament.
Utilizing a half Nelson.
Sorry, I'm a bit distracted here by the action that's taking place in the ring right now. This is Ezra taking it to Starboy Charlie.
And look at that, using his hands, digging them into the solar plexus of Charlie, and then grinding his forehead into the spine, right around the C4, C6 area, vertebrae area of Charlie, trying to keep some distance there and a good firm grasp so Charlie can't turn the tide. But a standing switch, there we go, into a roll-up, but only a one count. Charlie able to get some momentum, but not for long. Huge lariat there from Ezra, and now a lateral press. Finally hooking the leg, but still not enough. Referee only finding two.
Ezra getting frustrated every time Charlie lifts his shoulder up, every time he kicks out. Ezra has to come up with a new strategy in order to beat this kid.
And a back elbow from Charlie. Could it be enough to turn the tide back in his favor? Charlie now trying to find some momentum. Coming out with a big right. And another. And another. Oh, wait a minute. Ezra knocking Charlie off the top rope, and Charlie's in trouble here.
May have hit the back of his head on the mat.
Ezra stalking his prey. Here we go. Look at the Irish whip. Starboy hard into the turnbuckle, but gets the boot up just in time. Ezra following in once again, and another boot to the face. Starboy, here we go. Gonna try and pick things up a bit. Turn up the momentum, step on the gas, but Ezra over the fallaway slam, center of the ring. And just like that, Ezra shifting the momentum, shoots the half again. Here we go, a deep cover, but only a 2 count.
Ezra, completely impressive the way he caught Starboy Charlie in midair and then hit him with that beautiful fall-away slam, but only for a 2 count. Oh, going for the spirit bomb.
Ezra gonna try and put him away. Charlie, though, into a DDT. Beautiful desperation move there from Starboy, and now both competitors are down.
Ezra completely spiked on his head by that DDT reversal by Starboy Charlie, and this crowd trying to will Starboy Charlie back to his feet.
And the referee up to a count of 3 as Ezra starting to stir. Charlie down as well, but he's up to a knee. Charlie, first one back to a vertical base. Ezra up as well. Beautiful kick to the face. Charlie again now with a drop kick. Connecting picture-perfect drop kicks there from Charlie. Into the ropes. Snapping off. No, wait a minute. Ezra caught him. Using the tights there to lift Charlie up. Oh, no!
Spirit bomb!
Spirit bomb from Ezra. Could it be enough? Charlie's done. Ezra picking up the victory here.
Your winner by pinfall, Ezra.
Well, Charlie gave it a very valiant effort, but tonight, Ezra, a little too much, a little too smart there for Charlie.
Charlie went to the well once too often, and Ezra was able to adapt to his situation and able to pull out the big win here tonight at Legends of the Goldmine.
Well, I understand that Josh Medeiros is standing by with the current Platinum champion, so let's send it over to Josh.
Thank you, John. Once again, my name is Josh Medeiros, and I have here our current Platinum champion, Derek Slade and Lucian Delight.
That's right, Josh, and you can go ahead now. I got it from here. Now, total package, Platinum Division champion, Derek Slade. Because, you know, not just anybody can talk to the champ and the manager, Lucian Delight. So, you know, I'm going to take it from here. Last time we came out here, we started what we call the Platinum Division Open Challenge. Now, you successfully, of course, defeated Zack. How do you feel about that?
What I gotta say about that is, I'm a little upset. One-on-one, me and Zack, that's just disrespect. I want somebody who can give me some competition. I want a real challenge. This is the Platinum Open Challenge. But on to the important news. Me and my boy Lucian,
That's me.
we were at the club the other day, right?
We were.
We were getting it in.
We was.
You know, we was drinking a little bit, I'll admit. We was drinking, getting a little tipsy. No, I was talking this fine blondie. 6 foot. Ooh, she got the curves. Man. You know what's funny, right? That dude that was just here, John, Jacob,
Whatever his name was.
whatever his name is, he was with that little dwarf, little yay high girl. I mean, whatever you like. I mean, I don't judge, but that was funny to me. That was very important. I wanted all you to know that. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm the Platinum champion. I want some competition because I'm the total package. And I want someone to step up so I can put them down, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Your official for this match, referee Mitch Wiggles. Introducing first,
Well, a hush falls over the crowd here in the Goldmine, which could signify the arrival of the one and only Filipino Dream.
coming straight from the Gold Club, he is the Filipino Dream, Johnny Dynamo!
With a towel flip that drives all the girls in Daly City crazy.
And the $200 wine he brings out with him every time he comes to the ring. the Iron Man of the Goldmine, Johnny Dynamo, ready for action tonight.
You know, I joke about Johnny Dynamo and the girls at Daly City. At the end of the day, Johnny Dynamo is quite the ladies' man the world over. We've seen him in the Gold Club. We've seen him all over. But Johnny Dynamo always primed and ready for battle. And I'm not going to lie, I'll be first at the merch line when he finally sells the Johnny Dynamo exclusive towels, the Filipino Dream towels.
Can't wait for those.
But Johnny Dynamo has a very tough competitor waiting for him in the weeds.
Standing at 6'7" and weighing in at 313 pounds, Brutal Rob Hands.
Brutal Rob Hands, the master and ruler of the world, a living, breathing skyscraper. And tonight, he is the formidable opponent of the Filipino Dream, Johnny Dynamo.
So I must be sleeping. And I must be dreaming the Filipino Dream. Because he's not 6'7".
What are you talking about? He's clearly well over 6 feet tall and
No.
well over 330 pounds.
No,
That man is a pure certified psycho.
no, he's not 6'7". He's not over 300
Look
pounds.
at those rippling muscles.
He's 5'6", maybe 130 pounds.
I think you need to get your glasses fixed, John.
No,
You're
no,
clearly
no.
looking at a super heavyweight.
I know my glasses were broken by Johnny Dynamo when he landed on the table during the inaugural episode of Legend of the Goldmine.
I remember that.
But they're working just fine. And I can tell you that Brutal Rob Hands is not 6'7",
Look,
300 pounds.
I think you're personally just nervous for Johnny Dynamo. He's facing a bigger opponent. Usually Johnny Dynamo used to facing guys the same size, and that's how you get the advantage over a giant right there.
Look, even if Brutal Rob Hands went and stood on top of the ladder we used to set up the lighting here in the Goldmine, he still wouldn't be 6'7", 300 pounds.
Yeah,
so I don't know what funhouse mirror you're looking in, but he is not 6'7". In any event, he is taking the fight to Johnny Dynamo right there with a big right hand. And Brutal Rob Hands trying to give some brutal hands to Dynamo. Trying to turn the Filipino Dream into a nightmare. But Dynamo has other plans. Oh, but wait a minute. There's a nice boot.
Don't let his size fool you. Brutal Rob Hands has great agility.
Whoa!
And look at that raw power.
Wow. I'm surprised at the strength there from Brutal Rob Hands. And now driving the knee into the spine. And another one. And another one.
Absolute vicious knees to the back of the Filipino Dream, Johnny Dynamo. Johnny Dynamo, however, will not give up, no matter what the size of the opponent is in front of him.
And Brutal Rob in trouble here. Dynamo getting a head full. Oh, wait a minute. Up and over goes Rob. Wait a minute. Oh, down goes Johnny Dynamo. And how big of a victory would it be for Brutal Rob Hands here tonight to score a pinfall or submission over Johnny Dynamo?
It would be as big as the man himself.
Duck of the clothesline. Rob with a big right hand. And another one. And another one in the Filipino Dream on Dream Street.
Johnny Dynamo unable to keep up with this giant who is just smothering Johnny Dynamo.
Look at the Irish whip. Wait a minute. There's a counter. Dynamo playing the power game. And here we go. The Filipino Dream following it in. Nobody home. Rob into the ropes. Dynamo in trouble. Tornado DDT connecting.
Brutal Rob Hands screaming at the top of his lungs like some sort of maniac.
And there's a 1 count.
Brutal Rob Hands calling his shot. Oh, what is he doing? Oh, he better be careful. That's no man's land for a giant like himself.
And Brutal Rob going up to the top rope. But Dynamo into the ropes, hanging him up to dry.
Brutal Rob Hands taking too long to set himself up there. Too big for the top rope.
Back body drop from the top. And Dynamo is not playing any games now.
Dynamo's going to have to use all his strength, all his ring intelligence and agility to keep the big man down.
And Dynamo in control now, and rake in the back.
Look at that. Look at this impressive show of power by Johnny Dynamo. That's at least 300 pounds he's lifting into the air.
And another backbreaker, just bending him across the knee. And Dynamo in control right now, as Brutal Rob is in trouble.
Johnny Dynamo, he may be the Filipino dream, but right now he's the Filipino wrecking ball, trying to take this giant skyscraper down.
Dynamo laser focused right now on dishing out punishment.
Beautiful Oklahoma stampede there by Johnny Dynamo.
Just beating Brutal Rob pillar to post, and now with a lateral press, a deep cover hook of the leg. For the referee only finding 2.
Johnny Dynamo finally finding his groove in this matchup, using his power to keep the big man down.
And there's a scoop and a slam, and Dynamo now gonna go up to the high rent district. Looking to try that elbow, but nobody home. And did you see the way that Dynamo crashed and burned?
Now Brutal Rob Hands having to take advantage of a down Johnny Dynamo. What could the psychopath have in mind?
And Rob following him with a big clothesline. Here we go, back elbow. And now Rob running, Bulldog connecting center of the ring. And Brutal Rob back in control. Is it gonna be enough? Crawl into a cover, a lateral press, but Dynamo able to kick out.
Brutal Rob Hands absolutely taking it to the Iron Man of the Goldmine, the Filipino dream, Johnny Dynamo.
Well, very surprisingly back and forth matchup here. Looking for the Irish whip, Dynamo able to turn the tide. Rob goes hard into the corner. And Dynamo now gonna try and follow it in, but no, a boot to the face. And Brutal Rob, wait a minute. Oh, wow! Beautiful power slam there from Dynamo.
Dynamo using all his strength.
A hook of the leg, deep cover by Rob. Able to get the shoulder up, and Dynamo looked like he took too much time going for that cover.
Probably trying to recover from struggling to pick this giant 300-pound man off his feet with that giant power slam.
Oh, and wait a minute, here we go. Looking for the vertical suplex, stalling. Stalling is Dynamo. Look at the strength and power.
That's over 300 pounds he is holding up in the air there and walking around with. Wow!
Just letting all the blood flow to the head of Brutal Rob. Devastating delayed vertical suplex there.
Now what does Dynamo have in mind here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I've seen this before.
And the Dream about to drive the elbows 10 times into the heart of Brutal Rob.
Johnny Dynamo showing off his cardio with 10 straight elbows to the black heart
There's
of
8.
Brutal Rob Hands.
There's 9.
And here comes the grand finale.
And Dynamo driving the 10th one right into the heart.
Will that be enough to put away Brutal Rob Hands?
Rob smartly crawling towards the rope so that Dynamo can't get a cover. And Dynamo gonna make him pay for it. Dynamo now with the Irish whip. Rob into the rope, ducks a clothesline. Rob, I don't know where he's getting this from. Both men thinking clothesline though, and both men taken down.
Both men with the exact same idea. And now both men on the canvas. Who's gonna get to his feet first, John?
Well, you gotta think whoever gets to their feet first is gonna have a distinct advantage moving forward in this contest. And Dynamo trying to summon the fortitude. Rob, first one to his feet, trying to get the crowd back into it. Dynamo looking for the clothesline, nobody home. Rob running through with a huge boot. And Dynamo taken down. Looking for the clothesline, nobody home. Oh, the big clothesline.
Oh, Brutal Rob Hands, he is feeling it. He wants to put Dynamo away.
Looking for a diamond cutter. Diamond cutter connecting from Brutal Rob Hands. There we go, a cover. And no, Dynamo gets the shoulder up.
Not enough of a cover there on Dynamo. He's not going to be able to put him away without hooking the legs. But I guess that's just that big man mentality, thinking he'd use his weight to keep the Dynamo down.
And Brutal Rob again calling for the diamond cutter. Gonna try and put him away. No, wait a minute. Dynamo. Oh! Good night!
Oh, no, that's it.
That's gotta be it. Dynamo crawling towards a cover. Dynamo hooks the inside leg. Is it gonna be enough? Referee looking for three, but oh! The rope break. The rope break. The ring awareness of Brutal Rob to get his foot on the bottom rope.
Using that 6'5" frame to get those long legs to the bottom rope.
Break 6'5" frame.
He's 6'5", over 320 pounds of
Earlier
fury.
you were saying he was 6'7". Would you get your facts straight?
If he's on a ladder, he's 6'7".
Overhand chop from Dynamo. Dynamo thinking vertical superplex. But Rob unleashing those brutal hands. And Dynamo paid the price. Brutal Rob hands. Gonna fly. Frog splash connecting. Referee down. Could it be? It is. And Rob Hands picking up the victory here this week.
Your pinfall, Brutal Rob Hands.
Well, a tough fought victory here tonight for Brutal Rob Hands. Dynamo took him to the limit, but in the end, Dynamo not able to get the job done.
Brutal Rob Hands with the impressive display this week against a very game Johnny Dynamo.
Well, I'd call it an upset victory here this week on Legends of the Goldmine. Well, it looks like we're going to hear from Brutal Rob, Bruno Beretta in the ring.
Be careful in there, Bruno. It's a psychopath you're dealing with there.
Rob, I'm come in peace completely. I just wanted to interview you. You've had an amazing victory over Dynamo just now, but it seems like you're a bit jumpy, even paranoid of someone coming after you. It's like he's schizophrenia, but who are you looking out for?
Well, Gold Rush Universe and all those in Twitch land, you don't have to be under a rock to know I'm looking for Peter Enke. And I didn't come here tonight to take on Johnny Dynamo. I had a great match. We had a great outing and he was a great opponent. But I came here for a fight. Me, Peter Enke. And Peter, I'm gonna be here anytime you want. Right here at the Goldmine. I'm not going anywhere. Bring Goldmuller, bring your mask, and bring everything you got. Because I'm not just the master and ruler of the world. I am indestructible.
Now that, I believe, from Brutal Rob Hands.
Thank you very much, Rob. Brutal Rob Hands, folks. Indestructible.
Brutal Rob Hands laying down the challenge to Peter Enke and Goldsmuller to show up inside the Goldmine.
If I were Goldmuller and Enke, I think the last thing I would want to do is poke an angry giant. And that's what they have on their hands here with Brutal Rob Hands, the master and ruler of the world.
3 Germans couldn't end me. Now I get to end you. I'm the winner. I know this way.
Josh Madero standing by. My guest today is Ezra. Now, Ezra, we've seen you in action for the past couple weeks. This week you picked up a huge victory over 2-time former Platinum Champion Starboy. Your future is looking bright.
First off, for future reference, it's Ezra in all caps. And secondly, yeah, a 2-time platinum champion. I took him down. I brought another former champion this close to the brink. Look, I'm not here for cheers or adulation. I've been up and down all of California, and everywhere I've gone, nobody's been willing to put a microphone in my face, so I have to yell every time I come out here. People don't seem to like that, but I don't give a damn. The odometer on my dams turned a long time ago. Thanks to that, I'm willing to tear everything down. I'm here to take over Gold Rush. And I don't care who's in my way.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is your main event. Your official for this match, referee Mitch Wiggles. Introducing first.
Well, it's main event time, and this one has been very hotly anticipated ever since the actions last week. Well, the altercation last week.
From California, he is the Gold Rush Pro Wrestling Dynamite Division Champion and the NorCal Wrestling Hall of Famer, the Bad Boy, Boyce LeGrande.
And the Bad Boy in action here in our main event.
Boyce LeGrande gracing us with his presence here tonight at Legends of the Goldmine. And tonight, he has picked the biggest bull in the ring to go one-on-one with. He will face the outlaw who hunts outlaws, Amish Johnson.
Well, Amish Johnson and the Dynamite Division champion set to do battle here in our main event this week on Legends of the Goldmine. And this all started last week when Amish Johnson was in the ring being interviewed by our own Bruno Beretta, and he was interrupted by the Dynamite Division champion. And Amish did not take that very kindly.
Hell of a time to make an appearance during Amish Johnson's time here inside the ring. But Boyce LeGrande doesn't care. He's the longest reigning Dynamite Division champion in history, and he feels like he can do whatever he wants.
His opponent,
It's dark and hell is hot. Ain't no sunshine in this song.
And as the sun sets in the west, the big behemoth from Lancaster arrives.
roaming the badlands of Pennsylvania, he is an outlaw hunting outlaws, Amish Johnson.
John Roberts, I don't know if you noticed how quickly Bruno Beretta exited the ring there. He wants to be nowhere near the carnage that is about to ensue at this moment in time.
Well, I don't blame him. This is going to be a very physical bout. This matchup is all about pride. Well, this non-title bout is all about pride. That's what Amish Johnson was getting at. He's been a man of very few words, Tony. We've heard him talk about the different sins.
Amish Johnson, a man who has taken out every sin put in front of him. And tonight here inside the Goldmine, he has the sin of pride in the form of the longest reigning Dynamite Division champion, Hall of Famer Boyce LeGrande.
And counting.
And counting.
And counting.
And counting.
And counting. Counting.
And counting.
And counting.
And counting.
And counting.
And counting.
And counting.
Counting.
And counting.
And counting.
And counting. See, the second that Boyce gets involved in the matchup and the bell sounds, that we can stop saying and counting. In the meantime, his lawyers have dictated that we have to go through the entire emotional spectrum of saying and counting. So, and counting.
And counting.
And counting.
And counting.
And counting, governor.
And counting.
And counting.
Yeah, I've been using the same accent.
And counting.
And counting.
And counting.
And counting.
Don't forget, and counting.
And counting.
And counting.
And counting.
And counting. And counting. And counting. And counting. And counting. And counting. And counting. And counting. And counting. And finally the bell sounds. We can stop that nonsense. The match, our main event, officially underway, and this promises to be a very intense battle between Amish Johnson and the bad boy Boyce LeGrande.
Amish Johnson standing his ground in the middle of the ring there, not backing up at all from the bad boy.
Ooh.
I don't know how smart this is on the part of Boyce LeGrande to be getting in the face of Amish Johnson.
And Amish Johnson being unloaded upon by Boyce LeGrande. A couple of big forearm shots. And a knife edge chop. Oh, but nothing doing there. And the cold blue eyes of Amish Johnson staring a hole.
Boyce LeGrande quick to change direction there as soon as this giant Amish bulldozer is coming straight for him. And now the Dynamite Division champion taking a breather on the outside.
And Amish Johnson not wanting to waste time, not wanting to wait for Boyce LeGrande. But LeGrande wanted to take his sweet, sweet time.
Boyce LeGrande testing the patience of Amish Johnson, which for all we know may not exist at all.
And now Boyce back in the ring. And Amish Johnson going right after him, but Boyce getting the boot up. And LeGrande now turning the top, big forearm shot. And another knife edge chop. This time it really does the job. And now unloading on the face of Amish Johnson is Boyce LeGrande. But Amish Johnson fires back in kind. And a big knee right into the gut. And the Dynamite Division champion's in trouble here. Again, this matchup not for the Dynamite Division title, but it would go a long way for Amish Johnson to pick up a pinfall or submission victory over Boyce LeGrande here tonight.
You know, we've seen Amish Johnson cut down the competition here inside the Goldmine. This would be the biggest treat for him to cut down the date right here.
Ooh, knife edge chop finds its mark.
Ow.
And that'll leave some welts.
That hurt somebody in the audience.
And here we go, Amish, head full of steam. Ooh, and a basement drop kick taking him out at the knees.
There's that veteran experience, over 20 years of in-ring experience by Boyce LeGrande coming into play right there.
Well, he's proven why he is a NorCal Hall of Famer and the 2017 NorCal Wrestler of the Year. Now driving the elbow across the leg. Ooh, and a modified heel hook there from LeGrande, and now continuing to pepper away at the knee. One of the common misconceptions of a heel hook, as you see Amish Johnson still trying to fight his way out. Common misconceptions about a heel hook like that is that it only does damage to the calf and heel. It's also tearing at that ligament that runs all the way up into your knee.
That's right, Amish Johnson. He's going to have a tough time walking around now that Boyce LeGrande has worked over that leg. Oh, what's this?
Oh, no. Not like this. Don't do this. No. Boyce LeGrande using the ring apron to his advantage and bending the knee of Amish Johnson over that very stiff ring apron. And Amish is in trouble. Boyce LeGrande again gonna try and do some damage to the left knee, utilizing the ropes for leverage here. And Amish Johnson in a world of trouble as Boyce LeGrande continues to defy the referee's orders.
Boyce LeGrande, that man's been in enough wars in his wrestling lifetime to know when to break a hold. Oh, look, cover.
But underneath the ropes, and LeGrande upset with the official.
As I was saying before, he's been in this game long enough to know how to manipulate the rules, how to beat the system, and so far he's proving it right here. Mitch Wiggles having a tough time trying to keep control of Boyce LeGrande here in this contest.
And now LeGrande going after Amish Johnson.
And look at this, cheap tactics by Boyce LeGrande. And now you have a blind, limping giant in the ring here with Boyce LeGrande. Oh no, what does he have planned here?
Well, LeGrande not listening to the official at all, continuing to go outside the ring and use the ring as a weapon. And now it looks like he's going to try and go for a modified figure 4, using that ring post as extra leverage. And the referee almost reaching a count of 5, which will lead to a disqualification. But LeGrande continuing his onslaught of pressure.
Amish Johnson may have a broken leg here, possibly some torn ligaments.
Well, yeah, that crucial ligament could be torn. It could be blown out. He could be looking at a ruptured meniscus before this match is over. LeGrande continuing this punishment and now going to work on the upper body.
That over 300-pound plus frame of Amish Johnson putting pressure on that injured leg, having trouble keeping on his feet, and Boyce LeGrande like a rabid pit bull just attacking the leg of Amish Johnson.
But give credit to Amish Johnson. He's still trying to fight his way out and scrap his way back to a victory, and not too many people have ever put Amish Johnson in a position where he has had to scrap his way back into a matchup.
I have never seen Amish Johnson in this state before. Boyce LeGrande absolutely taking it to him.
Well, the referee admonishing Boyce LeGrande there, telling him you're this close to a disqualification, but that opportunity was just enough time for Amish Johnson to get his wits back.
Using his good leg to take down Boyce, and now Amish with a huge body slam.
And Amish Johnson somehow getting some life back into that leg.
You know, that leg has got to be killing, it's got to be aching him, but he's got to fight through the pain if he wants to succeed.
And Amish Johnson has got to be running on just pure adrenaline at this point. That's got to be the only way he's getting some life back into that knee. And now Amish Johnson, after clotheslining Boyce LeGrande all the way to the outside, going to go after him. Going to take the fight to Boyce.
Boyce LeGrande in no man's land with a man that you wouldn't want to be there with. Oh my God, what is he doing?
Oh, wait a minute, it looked like he was looking for a Uranagi on the outside. And this damage continues to be done on the outside. And the fight continues. Both men outside here beating the crap out of each other, especially LeGrande. Boyce taking the fight to him. And wait a minute, the bell sounds.
Oh, look out!
Oh my God!
Look out!
Right here in front of us.
Oh my God!
And it looks like the referees counted both of them out. I didn't even realize that was going on. The referee called for aid here as these two continue to do battle on the outside. They're still going at it. And Tony, we're out of time. We're out of time this week. We'll see what happens on the next edition of Legends of the Goldmine.
Oh my gosh.